Hey, Mr. Richards here. Today, sixth grade, Unit 6, Lesson 2 Anchor Problems gets us going with finding solutions to equations. And question 1 really gets us going right into it. Determine if the equations are true or false when the number given is used for the value of the variable. And so, sounds fancy, really isn't. 12x equals 84 when x equals 7. Well, let's test this out. This means that if I put in this 12x equals 84, if I put in this 7 for this x, 12 times 7 should equal 84 for 7 to be a solution. What's 12 times 7? It's 84. So the left side is 84, the right side is 84. So yes, this is a true statement. What about B? We have y minus 10 equals 50. Does 40 work for a solution? Well, put in 40. Does 40 minus 10 equal 50? Well, 40 minus 10 is 30. 30 equals 50? I don't think so. 30 is not equal to 50, so this is a false statement. C. What will we see here? We have 1/2 m equals 16. If I put in 32 for m, that means 1/2 times 32 must equal 16 for 32 to be a solution to this equation. Half of 32 is 16. 16 does equal 16, so this is also, like A, true statement. What about D? 3 times x minus 1 should equal 27 when x equals 9 for this to be true. Let's find out. 3 times 9 minus 1 equals 27. 9 minus 1 is 8. 3 times 8 is 24. 24 does not equal 27, so D is false. Problem 2. Which value of x from the set below is the solution to the equation 4x minus 14 equals 38? Well, let's test a bunch of these numbers and see what we get. There's only going to be one value out of these that is true for this equation. Let's start off with x equals 6. Does x equal 6? Well, 4x minus 14 equals 38. 4 times 6 minus 14 would have to equal 38 for x equals 6 to be true. 24 minus 14 equals 38. 24 minus 14 is 10. Well, 10's not equal to 38, is it? So it's not going to be 6. Let's test 10. Could x equal 10? Well, 4x minus 14 equals 38. Substitute the 10 in for x. 4 times 10 minus 14 equals 38. Feels like we're getting closer, but not quite there, because 4 times 10 is 40 minus 14 equals 38. And 40 minus 14 is 26. And 26 is unfortunately not equal to 38. So we're going to keep this adventure going. Let's try 12. Does x equal 12? Well, 4x minus 14 equals 38. Test the 12. 4 times 12 minus 14 would have to equal 38. 4 times 12 is 48 minus 14 equals 38, and so close, but so far away. 34 does not equal 38, so 12 is not a solution. And we continue on. 13. Could x equal 13? 4x minus 14 equals 38. 4 times 13 minus 14 equals 38. 4 times 13 is 52. Minus 14 equals 38. And good news, finally. 52 minus 14 is 38. 38 equals 38. So we have a winner. We have a solution. 13 is what is true. And we don't even need to test the 15 because you can only have one solution that is correct here. So that's the solution. And in our last example here, problem 3, below are some equations that contain, or each contain, a variable. A list of values is also shown. Think about what equation means. Try that again. Think about what each equation means to find a solution in the list of values. All right, let's look at 1. I'm going to pull that out over here just to have more space. 1,000 minus a equals 400. Well, I'm not going to write a whole bunch down here, except to tell you 1,000 minus something should be 400. What should that something be? Well, 1,000 minus 600 is going to be what's equal to 400, right? 600 can be put in for a. So that way 400 equals 400. And so 600 is our solution for a. That's going to be 1, and I'll put an a there too. So this one is 600. Let's keep going. Number 2. X squared equals 16. Well, something times something needs to equal 16, and that something is going to be 4. Because 4 to the second power does in fact equal 16. And so 4 is our answer there. And that's going to be for number 2, and whoops. That's going to be for number 2, which is our variable of x there. And so 4 was our solution here. Question 3. 8 times c needs to equal 8. Well, the only way for that to be true is if that number is 1. Because 8 times 1 is the only thing that's going to equal 8. So yes, 8 equals 8, so 1 is my solution here for question 3 and the variable of c. 4. 2 plus x equals 2 and 8/10. Well, I need to add something to 2 to get to 2 and 8/10, and there's only one possibility there, and that is this 8/10. So, just to prove it, 2 plus 8/10 equals 2 and 8/10, and yes, left side equals right side. So 4 matches the 8/10, which is, it's another variable x. Well, guess I can't label the variables, huh? So I'll just go with 4 there, and I'm going to clean that up real quick and erase the c, erase the x, erase the a. We'll just match it based on the question number then. And that got a little sloppy there. See, I'm not a perfectionist at all. Kind of them. It's all right. So this is also then, or going to be 8/10 here. Continuing on to question 5. 2e equals 1. Well, if I'm taking 2 times something to get a smaller number, it's going to have to be a fraction. And 2 times something to equal 1, that something has to be a fraction. In fact, it has to be 1/2. because 2 times 1/2 will equal 1. And so 5 is 1/2. Put the number down here because I'm kind of getting blocked there. So 1/2. And now we get to something plus 3/7 equals 1. So something plus 3/7 needs to equal 1. There's only one thing for that something to be, and that something is going to be 4/7, because 4/7 plus 3/7 needs to equal 1. And so this is question 6 here for the 4/7. I think this is the rainbow pen technically. And 7, 1 minus something equals 1/4. Well, remember, 1 is the same thing as, this is question 7, 4/4 minus something needs to equal 1/4. 1 is 4/4, right? And so let's put in 3/4. And so that way, 1 minus 3/4 does equal 1/4, as 1/4 equals 1/4. And so 3/4 is our solution here to question 7. And so this lesson is all about testing solutions, trying to see a list of solutions to make the left side equal the right side in an equation. Sometimes you get a large list of values, sometimes you get a small list of values, and sometimes you'll just have to test a couple values to see if it's true or false. And that is actually it for the 6th grade, Unit 6, Lesson 2, Anchor Problems. Good luck.